Hello and good evening. How is everyone? Today is going to be a light, reflective conversation about community in Bangkok. I am really so struck at how quickly, I would say, seemingly strangers at least become familiar with each other when you're walking down the street. I have my chicken guy that I've told y'all about, and he sees me and we wave. And I have another woman that she makes like these rice desserts, and they're so delicious looking. And she definitely doesn't speak much English, but we look at each other and we say hello, and she says hello, and it's just wonderful. So I really had been thinking about how connection begins in like small, unexpected moments and interactions. And I just thought I would have that conversation with you all today. So, before I get started, let me introduce you to the channel. I'm Dr. Davia. Welcome to Not All the Things. This is a space for women of color where we talk about, well, we talk about life, work-life balance, wellness, and wine. And lately, I've been really talking about my experiences here in Bangkok, and I would imagine you could categorize that as work-life balance. So that's who the channel is. That's who I am. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's free. Tells the algorithm to share more content like this with other people similar to yourself. And if you are returning, I just want to say welcome back. I'm glad that you are finding me, checking in. I kind of switched my time a little bit from 8 o'clock to 7:30. And, I'm getting used to it because it's still opposite hour here in Southeast Asia. So most of the folks who do check in on me, it's evening for them. And it's also just good to kind of have this routine. So good to see folks. Let me see who's here. I know my daughter's here. Hey, yes, morning, evening. Yes, 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 yes. Ah, that's so cute. Yes. Hey, yes, you did. You made the live. Yes, and hopefully I will make the check in later. We'll see how it goes. Yes. So I won't be long at all, but I really did want to talk a little bit about what this experience has been. One thing that I really notice about Thailand and Thai people is that they are very generous in a quiet way in their everyday life. And they very much always say, like, it's always like a good morning. It's a sawadee ka, how are you? And whether or not it's genuine, it feels that way. People recognize each other. If you take the same path in the morning to go to work, and you see the same people, and people are like, good morning, hey, how are you? Sawadee ka. And so it's nice to see that, and it's nice to feel that, especially as an expat, especially as someone who's new to the culture, new to the country. And I think about how many times in the States where you make eye contact and someone looks away or they act like they don't see you, and you're like, I know you saw me. You don't have to be like that, even if you see them every day, right? It's a little bit crazy. So I really do respect that there's this kindness and this local way of acknowledging that I see you, and that you're not here alone, so to speak. You're not just kind of moving through space and folks don't see you. Now, I will say on the train, it's a different experience because people rarely look at you on the train, but I think that is truly cultural. They have their phones out and they look down. But as I'm interacting, I go into my grocery store, Fuji, pretty much every other day, and I see the sister at the bakery and she smiles, Madame, Madame. So all of those, just warmth, really helps you to feel like you are a part of a community and not just passing through. And then I have to bring up my expat support system. I sure I showed this bottom photo before, but the expat group here is really phenomenal. I'm definitely going to give a shout out to Adventures While Black again. I brought them up before, but if you are passing through Bangkok, Thailand, you would have to like go on their Instagram. We had a really lovely brunch. They do a first Sunday brunch, and the room was filled. I can't even show you. These pictures don't really do it. There had to be there had to be almost 100 people in that space. And as soon as you get in, you get a little name tag, which I appreciate. That's the teacher in me. So you get your little name tag, and they say, sit at any open table. And if you see an open table with someone by themselves, you sit there. If you've met someone from before, they're like, come girl, come sit with me. And so you exchange WhatsApp numbers pretty much immediately or as the meal is going on. And then people check in. I'm working here, and so I know that my experience is a little bit different because I don't have the same flexibility in time, but I can text and say, hey, I'm free on Friday. You guys, what you up to? And somebody will immediately get back to me and say, oh, girl, we're going to this mall. Oh, girl, we're going to go do this thing. So I really appreciate the fact that the expat support system is very alive and very well here in Thailand for sure. Then there's this, I would say, acknowledgement that you are in a new culture and you are learning more about yourself, but also trying to understand the cultural connection that you might have with your new culture. And so I think living abroad really teaches you that, well, it should teach you, I can just speak for me, to learn more about you, but also what's happening here. How are people moving? What are the cultural norms? And what are the ways in which you can, be a friend to someone in this new environment? And so one of the things that I've been able to do, partly because I'm open, you have to be an open person. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. And so when someone says, hey, do you want to come to, or would you be willing to go to, you can't say, no, I'm busy. You have to just say, yeah, I'll come, no matter what it is. So I have had, don't worry, you can't see me, it's okay, a wonderful opportunity to go to a local wine shop with my friend Mint. That is one of my Thai friends here. And she is really a wonderful spirit. And her and her boyfriend, who are really lovely and very open, they said, come on, let's go. You said you like wine. I like wine. Let's go to this wine venue, which was lovely. I should have put a video up of the wine place. It was really loud. Maybe I will do that. And then we went to a jazz club that we thought was going to be playing jazz music, but they were not. This is the group Etc., ETC, and they're on Spotify. You can listen to them. They sound like 80s R&B, even though it's in Thai. If you can see on the left-hand side, we call him the Thai Bruno Mars, the Bangkok Mars, because he looks so much like Bruno Mars. And we just had a good time. And it was all in Thai. So could I really make sense of the music? No, but I can make sense of the feel of it, the sound of it. Music is a connected element in society. And so we had a fantastic time, and it just felt good. Everything was in Thai, but the party was on in that place, and folks made you feel like you were welcome and made you feel like you could be a part of it even if you could not fully understand the the language. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that. Oh, yes. Well, you know what? I kind of force her. I send her the link and I go, Marley, please be there so I don't have to talk to myself. Yes. Yeah, she does show up each week, and I'm so thankful. Yeah, music is so universal. We had such a wonderful time. And I have been listening to that band and trying to see if I could pick up on words or cadence. And the more you listen, the more you're like, I think there's some English in there. I think there's some English and some Thai, almost like Spanglish, but there's this mix of that for sure. I wish I could find a video so that you all could hear. It was live in there and such a good party. Yeah, I definitely have a video. I have to figure out how to add it to it. I'm scared to touch up this setup right now, so y'all have to see that on the next video and go, why did she put some random video here? Yeah, it's all good. Yes, I appreciate you so much. I'm glad that you show up because it makes me feel like I'm engaged with someone for sure. Definitely. Oh, yes, hello. How are you? This is Tori. Oh, glad I caught you. You sound I sound so good. You know what? I'm doing okay. I have ups and downs. You know, you ride the wave. Everyone has that. But overall, I'm feeling good, and the community here is helping me to be feeling connected and not feeling that far away from home, because it's very easy to, how would I say, be homesick, for sure. Let's see. Oh, now this has been one of the most meaningful, is that because I've met Mint, I have been able to be in conversation with her around what it means to be a curly girl who's Thai. She is half Thai and half black. And she talks a lot about hair. And I'm hoping that I can get her to come on and talk about her curly girl plight. But she just did an amazing event just last night around curl empowerment, and she brought together a number of women with curls who are Thai, just to kind of learn from each other how to care for their hair and how to just be in community and love their curls. And I just was blown away because even though I'm here in Thailand, to see that there are Thai sisters who are struggling and have been struggling just like Black Americans with the hair issue. It's crazy. And there's shades of Thai and shades of just women who are, you know, living here, born here, raised here, who might even be in a family where they have curls, but their sister or brother does not have curls, right? And so it really is an interesting thing to see, but I felt very much brought into that community. And while we were there was all this conversation. So I'm going to show you the photo of curls empowerment. And I just want you to look at all of those beautiful faces. Most of them are Thai, but they're not all Thai. There's also Moroccan. There's a Russian sister in this picture. There's a British sister in this picture. And there's a sister from Dubai and a sister from Nigeria. And so all at the Curl Empowerment. And one of my expat Adventures While Black sisters there. So we were all together, everyone celebrating their curls and their curl type. And it was such a wonderful connection, meaningful connection being made, that I just really felt good by that, and really felt like, one, I was able to support Mint, but also I fully understood the experience that they are having or have been having, being Thai, being mixed, and having curls. And when I tell you the curls was popping, them curls was popping, and they don't have a lot of product that really can help them, but just by coming together and being in community, there was this feeling of I found my tribe. So it's, there's a new rhythm to it, and everyone there was exchanging numbers and say, "Oh, girl, let's get together, let's come out." And so it was just a good time indeed. Yes, let me see what's being said. Yes, departure is 55 days. Yes, savor the moment being home with your kids and your grown ups. I truly, if I don't miss any, the only thing I miss is my husband and my children and my friends. If I could pack all those things up and bring them here with me, Southeast Asia, I'd be good. I would be like, yep, this is working for me. I miss family and friends, but I don't miss the shenanigans of the US. And as soon as I start to go down that path while I'm watching, I would say, watching something, watching Don Lemon, watching Joy Reid, I have to turn that off because I'm like, I'm not going to let you get in my head and get crazy at all. At all. Yes, you need to pack all your hair products, multiple hair products, even a bonnet. Even if you're not a bonnet girl, bring your bonnet with you. Bring an extra one. You can bring a silk pillowcase. But yeah, hair products for curls or for hair like ours, you're not going to find. You can find a lot of things, but you will not find that. You will not find that. I brought cocoa butter with me. Absolutely. I brought it all. So you definitely have to bring what you need. Yeah, yes. I have to tell you, they were talking about the bonnet and I was cracking up. They were asking each other, which I thought was hysterical, how do you keep your curls from going flat and not having to do a whole like hair day process? And sisters, I swear I was laughing so much. They were like, well, you have to wear a bonnet. And the other sister was like, what's a bonnet? And so they were just going back and forth. It was hysterical. It was so funny. And I was like, how about that? And then someone said, well, I use a silk pillowcase. My husband doesn't like those bonnets or hair. And I laughed because my husband doesn't like those bonnets either. But a sister got to do what a sister got to do. So it's so funny to see. Yeah, you know what? This is me taking care of me. That's all that is. More than anything. So thank you, Tori. What about the... Listen, bring your salt and pepper, bring your Larry seasonings, bring your Miss Dash, whatever you bring your... They have all the seasonings. They're not named the same thing. So you can turn it around and you can look. They have a ton of chili. They have a ton of curry. You don't need that. They have lemongrass. They have... You know what they don't have? Okay, that's not true. They have it, but it's really expensive, is Himalayan salt. If you like the rock crystal, like Himalayan salt in a grinder, girl, you better bring it with you. Go to Marshall's and buy a big thing. Now, if you don't need all that salt anyway, then just don't worry about it. But bring your seasonings. I absolutely have brought probably more seasonings than I've been cooking with. So, and that's the other thing, because I now have this community of support and connection, I just send a text and I say, where do I go to buy this? And someone will say, you know what? I can pick you up and I'll take you and we can go there. I just found out that they have a store that's like Costco. Not that I need all that, but if you want to buy your paper products, you can go and get them in bulk and they're cheaper and you don't need a membership for this store. So I believe Mint is going to take me in a few weeks to this. I think it's called Macra, and it's basically like a Costco. Oh, see, yeah, no, don't do that. If you like to cook and you think you're going to be cooking, because I have to say, I was like, I'm definitely gonna be cooking. I cook, well, I have salad every day for lunch. I'm not that exciting. And I go down to my chicken guy and get a piece of chicken to put on my salad. And so that's my lunch. And then for dinner, I probably cook 2 nights at home, and the other nights I eat out. And it's actually cheaper to eat out. As crazy as that sounds, you're not going to spend more than 5, maybe $10, and that is if you're really having a fancy meal at a restaurant. But if you go to the food courts where most people eat, you're going to be able to do that in $3 to $5. And by the time you buy all the ingredients, you're past $3 to $5. So, yeah, for sure. Okay, and so this final question or this final thought, let me see, what did I have here? No, I thought I had one here. Okay, well, I thought I had another photo to show you, but I will just say that for many new people, finding community does not feel like an easy task, and I am not saying that it is, especially when you're adjusting to a new culture and to a new rhythm. But you have to be open and you have to be willing to put yourself out there and just say, I'm going to say yes before I say no, and I'm going to do local things. I do a lot of things by myself, and I do explore on my own, and I do visit places on my own, but it is really nice to find folks who are open, willing, patient, and willing to say, girl, I'll come with you. I'll go with you to do that. Or someone that you can just text and say, hey, where you having dinner at? Can I come? And then you just meet them. Most people are eating out, so it's really easy to do that. And while I'm out for work, I just find a friend, phoned a friend, and even my coworker, she's been wonderful now, and she has definitely taken me around. We tend, again, I said in an earlier video, we tend to eat lunch together at work. That is cultural. We have coffee, we have tea together. We do that like twice a day, and so you get the rhythm of people, and folks are just so willing to say, hey, let's hang out, let's do some things together. My one takeaway is, no matter where you are in the world, community is built in conversation. It's built in a shared moment, and it's built in an act of kindness. So if you are radiating light and being kind, it's going to come back to you. I'm always trying to bring light, and I'm always trying to be open. So that is my reflection, and I'm looking forward to sharing more of that curl empowerment session. I thought it was just an amazing experience, and I'm hoping I can get Mint to come on and talk a little bit about it and just show you some more photos of just how we were getting on, and it just felt so good. And yeah, I'm sorry, Marley. America is a little mean right now, and it's not feeling good, and it's not feeling safe, and it's not feeling like community. And so I think that's another reason this has felt so good. Yeah, those are my people. Those are my people. They absolutely are my people. Um, they're really sweet. They're really kind and they're really generous and they really want to check in on you. I'm actually going to text with Mint this morning and make sure she's good because she had a late night. And when we left, she was still cleaning up, still kind of getting things together. So thank you all for showing up. When you come, wherever you go, you should just be open to either build community, be respectful of the community that's there, bridge, and be a connector as much as you can. Be a connector. I just want to say cheers. Cheers to you all. And have a good week. Make sure you're not doing all the things. Just do the things that you want to do with intention and do it in community. Be well, everyone. Bye.